And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start. But I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
And they're led out by Kirk Cousins, former Michigan State product, who's now in his 11th NFL season. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing. Cousins. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're talking about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that will pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
This one complete to Christian Kirk.
They'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field.
They'll be led out by the 2nd-year man from the Ohio State University, Justin Fields.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. That pass caught, it's Williams.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
That is caught. It's Williams.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Jamison Williams
from 13 yards out.
And the Raiders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Taken in at the 3.
Well, now how about this return?
They're able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. Sitting right around. Season on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing a 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, the good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. Touchdown! Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 49 yards.
Jaguars have taken the lead. York now for the extra point.
It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Pretty plain and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense.
And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a...
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try to throw now. Cousins.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
Shifts past him at the 45. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there. Good enough for the Jags. First down. Now a handoff up the middle. Felton. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down.
Jordan Berry out to punt on 4th down.
Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
Play action. It's Fields. He's got this to Williams, complete.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Williams brings it in. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
On play action, Fields.
And he can't find anywhere to go, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Off play action. Fields rolling to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
One thing you have to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And this one is right through, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, to me, there is no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
He'll air this one out for Kirk. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Raiders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that is incomplete. He had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Pushes him over. Fights through and now a crease. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. To throw is Cousins. And they finally get to him as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Fields now to throw.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Now it's Fields.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
On first down, it's Fields.
And this is caught by Williams. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A very solid gain of 27.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Now Fields.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
Cousins now to throw on first down.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Cousins now from the 50.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Being chased out left. And it's incomplete. Took a connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
A final shot before the break. Fields. Into the hands of Williams across the formation.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So we reach Coach, halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL. We are officially into the second half of the season. We start up at Soldier Field, Miami, making the trip north to take on Chicago. And this is a 4-point game as they've gone to the locker rooms for halftime. Russell Wilson accounting for both their scores with a pair of first-half touchdown passes. Next, we head off to check out another game. And for the moment, they find themselves
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Football here as the second half is now underway.
From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
A play fake. Now Fields to throw.
That pass caught. It's Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Forced out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10.
Fields.
That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. First down. Here's Cousins. Trying to improvise.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Cousins now. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have a Jags first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Taken down at the 42.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Cousins.
He's got his man. That's Hurts downfield. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And they can only get one. 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zach Ertz from 10 yards out.
And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it ends with a Zach Ertz touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go.
They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that... Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. It's Fields. Out to his left. Touchdown Raiders. Jamison Williams from 21 yards away. And the Raiders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Jaguars. Justin Jefferson, 69 yards. And the Jaguars are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
How fast he was going. Next-gen stats corrected him close to 21 miles an hour. From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On play action, Fields on the move to his left. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up. Back now in Jacksonville. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. That is caught. It's Williams. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Raiders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to... The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Cousins.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
And it's a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Off play action. Fields.
Finding Williams once more, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very solid gain of 27.
Fields now to throw.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got
fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety.
Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, start the bus, because they think this one is over.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Williams brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. To throw is Fields.
Steps away.
He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Fields.
Looking left sideline, incomplete.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one's pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And too much juice.
Game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Take it in at the 22. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught by Williams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 24 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Rolling to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league,
and this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
McLaughlin down to add the PAT.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was.